what warp means. The first one, we call it weak axiom of revealed preferences. The second one is what? Strong axiom of revealed preferences. Look at warp here. What warp is simply saying is that, and we just explain it here, that when you reveal, look at it, when you prefer or you choose this X bundle to what? Over Y bundle in this period, in this first period, in the second period. Is that clear? And again, take note, you are choosing X over Y because even when Y is what? Is affordable. When it's affordable. Now, in the second period, if the same product is still present before you, we expect you to still what? Chooses X over Y. Because even though Y is what? It's also what? It's affordable. It then means warp is not violated. You can only violate warp if in the first period you choose X over Y when it's affordable. In the second period, you choose Y when X is not what? Affordable. Warp is not violated. Are you getting my point? When it is what? It's not affordable. It's no longer affordable. Listen carefully. Our expectation here is that you want to, there are some features of preferences that we all, consistency is there. You must be consistent. Is that clear? We expect that if you choose X over Y in this period, in some other period, we expect you to still what? Choose X over, even though Y is what? It's affordable. But if in another time, in the second period, you now choose this Y over what? X. When what? X is what? Is not affordable. Warp is not violated. Warp is not violated. Warp will only be violated if you choose this X over Y in the first period. In the second period, are you getting my point now? You now choose this Y over S. Warp is violated. Do you get the gist now? That is the principle of axiom, weak axiom of revealed preference. Are you getting my point? Now, there is when you are asked a question on that, we expect you to use some terms. Some terms, they are very key. What is the term? Let us define it. Weak axiom of revealed preference. Wow. That is we want to define it now. Weak axiom of what? Revealed preference. If X1, X2 is directly revealed preferred, that is the language. Directly revealed preferred. Look at it. Directly, this language is very key. Directly revealed preferred. If in the exam you don't use that language, instead of scoring maybe 2 marks, I'll just give you 1, because the language is very key when you are explaining warp. Is that clear? Yes. If X1, X2 is directly revealed preferred to Y1, Y2, to Y1, Y2, and the two bundles are not the same, that is the condition, and the two bundles are not what? Are not the same. What are you doing? You are not in my class when I said you should not use phone. Why not in my class? You are not. Now I told you before I started. I said don't use phone in my class. I've been looking at you since. So I'm wasting my time here, right? Don't use phone in my class. I've said that. I'm going to leave this place in the next 30 or 20 minutes. I will leave. So you can't spare just 2 hours to listen to this lecture, right? I'm wasting my time. Look at me, I'm sweating. You can see the reason why I said you should not come to this place. That is the reason why I said you should not come here. It's frustrating. I'm sweating. One student is just pressing phone and I'm sweating. And at the end of the day, I'll see go with what? With stipend. I'm thinking what it's highly frustrating. Let's continue. I'm not going to use your phone. I'll just drop you in the department. So now, if x1, x2 is what? Directly revealed preferred to x, y1, y2, and the two bundles are not the same. That is the condition. Meaning that there are two different products. The two bundles are not what? The same. Then it cannot happen. Write it that way. Then it cannot happen that y1, y2 is directly preferred, is directly revealed preferred to x1, x2. Is directly what? Revealed preferred, revealed, not revealed. Don't just say revealed. Revealed preferred. Directly revealed preferred. Do you know the meaning of that? This is what it means. You know here, this one means P1, Y1, right? Plus what? P2, Y2, less or equals to M. Abi? You are not spending all the money, Abi? But this one means what? X1 plus P2, X2 is equal to what? Are they the same thing? This one is avoidable, but you are choosing this. So if you want to write it, you know, if you want to specify it in form of what now, it's going to be, look at it, it's going to be what? P1 x1 plus P2 x2 greater or equals to what? P1 y1 plus what? P2 y2. That's what it means. That's what it means. That's what it means. That's what it means. Now let's check for WAP. Let's check it. Let's check for WAP now. This is the area that I want you to pay attention to. How do we check for WAP? To see whether a consumer has not violated WAP. Let's check for it. Checking WAP. Checking WAP. Checking WAP. If you want to check for WAP, now checking WAP. Some consumption data. Observation. P1, P2, X1, X2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. To be honest with you, let me be frank with you, Abi. I should be frank with you, Abi.
Yes.
If you know, 3 of us will be taking this course. Myself, and some 2 other lecturers. If I'm going to set a question, this is a life expo now. I'm giving everybody. Am I calling somebody aside to say, go and read this? I'm telling all of you. I'm going to set my question on this area that I'm teaching now. So if I were you, go and by force and by fire, go and know it. Make sure you know it before the exam. Is that clear? If I'm going to set a question, just one question, I'm setting my question on WAP and SAP. So don't tell me, Emmanuel, don't come and meet me, sir. Sir, where do we read again? I've given you last expo on everybody. Is that clear? Don't come and meet me again. But for your test, I can give you anything based on what you have learned in the past. But for exam purpose, go and know these things. Go and know it. Now, how do we check for work? How do we check for work? This is the information. We have the information now. Observation 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. We now have what to call bundles. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How do we get this bundle? To get the bundle now, see how we are going to get the bundle. Let's generate this bundle. Let's see how we can get this bundle.
Wow, only feel like you.
Hello, please. Hey, don't frustrate me. Don't frustrate me. You know I'm frustrated already. Don't frustrate me, please. Just one person should talk. Let me hear what you are saying. You can't see what?
You can't see that is wearing cap. Hey, Cavalliers, come on this one, Joe.
So now, let's generate. Look at this our formula, right? Look at it. At price P1, 1. Yes, at price P1. This is the price. Abi, P1. What's the quantity? 1 plus 2, right? What do we get? 5, right? 1 again. 1, 2. 1, 2 plus what? 1, 1. It has been violated because we said that we don't expect him again at some other period. So prefer, because it can only prefer S2 to S1 if X1 is not what? It's no longer available. So what has been what? Has been violated. Do you get the logic now? That is the logic. You are your own. You don't get it. You are your own. That is why I say it's a logic. Look at a condition. I gave a condition. The condition is this. Hello, everyone. Hello, class. You see, my problem with students over the years is that students will tell you, sir, I don't understand, but you won't listen. If you want to understand something, you will listen. Listen. Look at the first thing that I said that is important is that the most preferred bundles lie along what? That's the first thing that you have to allow that to sink into your brain. That the first condition is that the most preferred bundle lies in what? Along the diagonal. That's the important condition that you mustn't forget. Allow that one to stick permanently in your what? In your brain. Now look at we said let's start all over again. Consumer chooses 5 because this is diagonal. I think you know this is diagonal, right? Is that not? That means bundle 1 it prefers 5, it pays 5 naira. Bundle 2, Abi, bundle 3. But what we are saying is this: the first bundle, look at this bundle price. Is that clear? He said first bundle, he prefers X1 to what? To X2. Why? Because X1, bundle X1 is what? Is more expensive compared to that of bundle 2. But he still go ahead to buy what? To buy bundle 1 at the rate of what? 5 naira. When another one gives what? 4 naira. That means he prefers X1 to what? To S2. He chooses S1 over what? S2. Mr. B, máa pè yín padà, mo wà ní class. Máa pè yín padà. Okay, I switch off my phone. What has been violated? Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Is that clear? Do you know the first thing that I ought to have said this morning is to tell you I'm sorry. Why? Because we've cancelled our classes for more than 3 times online. Is that clear? So so the sorry that I failed to tell you now, then I'm not telling you that I'm sorry. It's not taking. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now let's follow. That is why I said logic. It's logic. But the condition that you have to note is that the most preferred bundles lie along the what? Diagonal. That's the first thing. Once you know that, every other thing becomes. Now look at it. That means consumer prefers bundle X1 to what? Why do we choose S2? Because it's lesser. But this one is not even, you don't even consider this one at all because it's not affordable. It's 6. Yes. It's not affordable. You can only compare the one that is lesser. This one is 4 naira. But he went ahead to buy what? To purchase 5 naira. So that's why I said X1 is preferred to what? S2. Now look at second situation. He chooses 5 naira again. Is that not? And what happened again? That is S2 now. Because if you look at it, 5, Abi, it lies under 2. That is S2. And this is S1. This is S3, right? He prefers S2 again to what? When what? S1 is what? It's affordable. That means WAP has been violated. This person will not violate WAP if X1 is not what? It's not affordable. He won't violate it. But because it's still affordable, and you said you prefer X1, look at the definition again. Let's go back to the definition. We said if X1, S2 is directly revealed prefer to what? To Y1, Y2. The two bundles are not what? The same. We now say that then it cannot happen that what? That Y1, Y2 is directly preferred to X1, X2. Why? That is provided the Y1, Y2 is what? Is affordable. It's affordable. If it's not affordable, WAP is still what? It's not violated. If this one, assuming this one is 6 naira now, of course it's not affordable. So it can prefer S2 to what? To S1 now. It's okay because it's because S1 now is not what? It's no longer affordable, but it's affordable. So you can see that WAP has been what? Has been violated. Now let's look at the third one. So you start this. Look at the third one. This person chooses 4, bundle 3, that is S3. Over what? X1 and what? X2. And both are what? You start it. Both are affordable. Look at it. As what being violated? You are getting it wrong, go. As what being violated here? S3. Has what been violated?
Sarah.
Warp is not violated.
Light is not on. Light.
Warp is not violated because both are what? Affordable. Do you know why this other one is affordable? Because S1 is already, he said he prefers S1 to S2 before. In other time, he now say he prefers S2 to S1. That's why warp is violated. But this one, this is the first time S3 is coming to the picture. So he prefers S3 to either X1 or S2. So warp is not what? It's not violated. So let's now talk about the last one before I draw curtain on this class. Let's talk about the last one. The strong axiom of revealed preference. The strong axiom. Yes. No, my friend wants to ask a question. My friend, yes. Okay. I'm starting it because if you want to explain, you are going to explain based on this, because this, you know, I didn't start this one because this one are not even affordable at all. But this ones are affordable. Yet, he still went ahead to buy, to purchase the one that is what? Costlier. That is why I'm starting it. So let's do the last one. The strong axiom of revealed preference. The strong axiom, that is SAP. 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 The SAP involves three products. Hello, listen. Yes. I can't hear you. Come out. Come out, yeah. If you want to come to the department after this, after Abi, come and face your. These are your colleagues now. Come and. I can't hear you. Stand up. Tell us. I've said that before. Yes. No. It's only this one you consider. Thank you for that observation. Do you know the question? Hello. He has a very, very, very serious and valid question. He said, since I'm considering this one as a diagonal, this is also a diagonal. Is that taken? So why am I not considering this? I said, no, this is the only one that we consider. We are not considering this. Is that clear? If I want to consider this, I can use my discretion in the exam because I want to see whether you understand what we are saying at all. I can tell you, don't look at this. Is this the right word, Abi? I can tell you to consider the diagonal that is on the. This is right? This is left. Aha. But this is what that you consider. Now let's talk about the last one. SAP. SAP involves three products. It involves three products. Products A, B, C. But one thing that you have to know about SAP is that SAP simply stick to transitivity assumption. SAP strictly applies to transitivity assumption. Transitivity assumption. What does that mean? You know, in transitivity, we said we have three products. Yeah. We have A, B, C. Is that taken? And what transitivity assumption is saying is that you prefer A to B. Is that? And you prefer B to C. We should expect you to prefer A to C. Is that taken? This is transitivity assumption. Now, but for purpose of putting this thing formally, let's write the definition. If x1, x2 is revealed preferred to y1, y2, if x1, x2 is revealed preferred to y1, y2, directly or indirectly, either directly or indirectly. Let me repeat that again. If x1, x2, if you are writing x1, x2, you put bracket like this, open and close bracket. Is that taken? If x1, x2 is revealed preferred to y1, y2, open the bracket again, either directly or indirectly, close the bracket. And y1, y2 is different from x1, x2. Then y1, y2 cannot be directly or indirectly revealed preferred. Then y1, y2 cannot be directly or indirectly revealed preferred to x1, x2. To x1, x2. For the purpose of your text, I don't know I can give you the text anytime. Make sure you know how to derive the demand curve using mathematics. Is that clear? I'll give you another expo. So, do you know I'm giving this expo? I don't pray for any one of you to fail. I don't pray. You will never fail. Is that clear? But if at the end of the day you didn't do well, you know you not shift the blame on me. Is that? You say, the man told us so, Abi, you won't shift the blame on me. That is what I'm telling you. So go and practice. Now, I said then, y1, y2 cannot be directly or indirectly revealed preferred to x1, x2. Now, how do we check for what? SAP. How do we check for SAP? SAP. How do we check for SAP? 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 Strong axiom of review preference. Assuming we have how to check for SAP. How to check for SAP? Bundles. Prices. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 20, 20, 10, 10, 22, 21, 15, 12, 15. Now, how do we check for SAP? If you look at what I said the other time, I said 3 products are involved in SAP, right? Yes, sir. And the 3 must comply with what? Transitivity assumption. Is that? Who can tell me the most preferred bundles on this table? 20, 20, 10. Those are the most preferred bundles, right? That means for commodity 1, X1 is preferred to what? S2. You start it because it's lesser, right? It costs 10 naira. And the consumer decides to buy that of 20 naira. Is that clear? And this one is what? This one is not even. This one is not even affordable at all. It's 22. So it doesn't even consider 22 at all because it's costly. But this one is what? It's affordable. So it means X1, it prefer S1 to what? S2. Is that taken now? I pray that your set is going to be the last set I will teach in this school. I pray.
Amen.
I pray.
Big 20
Now,
still teaching UNILAG.
Second one, S2 is preferred to X3.
Yeah, that's 15.
You start, Abi?
Yes.
15. And he starts to pay 20 naira. While 15 naira is there. He chooses 20 naira worth of good over that of 15 naira worth of goods. Is that clear? So S2 is preferred to what? By law of transitivity, we expect what? This consumer to prefer what? S1 to S3. Let's see whether that is going to hold now. He choose S3. This one is not what? Affordable. This one is not what? That means this consumer, of course, prefers S3 over what? X1 and what? And X2. Is SAP violated or not?
Not violated.
Is SAP hello class, is SAP violated or not?
No. Yeah, it is.
Is SAP, hello class, listen again, is SAP violated or not? This is logic. This is logic. Is SAP violated or not? What of WAP?
No.
Is WAP violated here?
No.
Is WAP violated? What of this place? Is WAP violated?
Yes. No.
Do you know my problem with students? Hello? Do you know my problem with students? You guys don't think. That's the problem with you. Honestly. You don't think. If you remember how I started this topic, I mentioned some things. But a very serious student will take note of those important keywords. That WAP or SAP can only be violated on a condition that that particular product is what? Is affordable, yet he chooses another one over. That is, but if you look at this case, S3, he chooses 10 naira. These two are not what? Affordable. So I now put a question to you: is SAP violated or not?
It is.
Do you see the reason why? Do you see the reason why? You can see the reason why I say I love this question. I love this part. I love it. Okay, now, hello. Let's hello. What of hello? Excuse me. Let me turn this one to 8. 8. Let me turn that one to 8. 8. Look, I'm changing it now to 8. Is SAP violated or not? Is SAP violated? On this note, I'm so happy that I've left you with for you to think about the solution. I've given you enough. So, Emmanuel, thanks so much. Emmanuel, I dash you my marker.